Alright guys, so I'm taking a look at I guess you'd call it a relaxation or sleep mask, depending upon what you want to use it for. This one has a few unique aspects, but just to get this out of the way really quickly, this thing says something about being like a steam mask, and it comes with this little bottle here, which I suppose you would fill with water and spray on the mask. I didn't test this. I'm going to give you that straight right now, and there's a reason for that, because I actually measured the temperature of this mask, and the little control here maxes out at 50 degrees Celsius, which I think is like 122 degrees, 123. It's right in that neighborhood, just over 120 degrees Fahrenheit. I tested out the mask as far as the temperature, the surface temperature goes, and it reached about 115. So I don't see that it would be able to be a steam mask. I felt like I read somewhere that it said steam mask. I don't know, heating eye mask. I thought I read that in the description or the title or something. So anyway, just in case that's a thing. Now, what I will say, and what would really work well, is to take this and to put some essential oil in this, maybe lavender, for example, or even chamomile, something that's a relaxation type scent. Dilute it with water, of course, following the instructions that comes with it. Spray this on the mask and you'll have the scent, which is an additional relaxation aspect. And that we'll get into this aspect. This actually smells really good. I don't know, I think it smells really nice, but you have this lavender relaxation aspect. You can actually slip this, inside of this and enjoy this aspect. I haven't really used this because I just like the heating aspect, but I like that they include this. It does really smell nice. The other thing that they include is this, and this is basically just, you can see the little elastic. So this is just a little gel type mask. You put this in the fridge. I guess if you wanted to, you could put it in the freezer for a short period, and it's going to obviously help with bags under the eyes, things like dark circles and things, kind of a gel cold mask if you're familiar with those. So it's kind of nice that it comes with this as an added bonus. So that's pretty cool. But I think the main real draw on this is that it has a USB powered inline remote, and it's going to allow you to choose different times, maximum of 60 minutes, and it's going to allow you to choose different temperatures with a maximum of 50 degrees Celsius. And it is silk, so it's really super nice as far as soft and smooth. You open it up right here, you can gain access. So if you need to take this out and clean it, it of course has a adjustable elastic strap on it, and I'm not going to leave it on my face for very long, obviously, because it's hard to see the camera. But if you were to put this on and wear this, it's actually super comfortable. The strap is not obnoxious at all. It's because it's soft. It doesn't have anything. This little plastic piece right here, I don't even feel. My hair, covers that. And this is going to come, the power cord, it's going to come from the right-hand side and exit out. So it's going to come out this way. And it just has a little connector there. It's a barrel connector, so you have this little pigtail. So the only thing I think I would have changed if I had the choice was to make this a little longer, so it comes down, maybe down into the neck or shoulder area, so this is not up against your face if you choose not to use it. You could tuck it into the mask when not in use, behind your ear like that, but that may interfere with your relaxation. So take that off. So you have an idea of what it looks like and how this is going to sit. So it's just a barrel connector, so it is of course something you have to keep up with, but it's relatively small. These are your controls. Hopefully you can see that pretty well, and you can hear a little click. So if I go ahead and plug this in, great thing about this is you take this and plug it into the computer, so you can plug it into your laptop, you could plug it into power bank, or even just something like this where it's like a little charging station of sorts, or surge protector, power strip with USB ports. Just anything that has a USB port essentially is pretty much game. And once it's plugged in, you can press this. Hopefully you can see the little LEDs illuminate. You can just run through, choose your amount of time. So if you wanted to have it on for 15 minutes or so, or if you want to have it on for 60 minutes, you could. Now the recommended time I think is really probably in the 10 to 15 minute range, and I would say in under 3 minutes this thing is pretty close, if not at its maximum temperature when you set it like on the maximum level. Just to give you an idea, it heats up relatively quickly, feels really good. I've had no issues. I've used it a couple of different times off and on over the past week or 2 weeks, in the last little while, and yeah, it's just very comfortable. It's super soft. I say padded and everything. It's large enough that it sits over your face enough that you're gonna block out light from all areas. So even with it not powered, just utilizing it for the purpose of blocking light, it's sufficient in that. And then you have the added bonus of this lavender, which is supposed to induce calming properties, and then this to help with puffiness, dark circles, and things of that nature. So pretty cool in that regard. But yeah, just overall super easy to adjust, very quick to heat up, and again, it doesn't really reach the exact temperature, but that probably will vary between units. It does reach really close to it within less than 10 degrees variance, but I'd say closer to the 5 to 8 degree range, roughly. So pretty cool. It comes with I guess you would call it a user manual, but it really is just more of a user sheet. So it's just a little two-sided piece of paper. There's no mention of this, and that's what I believe I read somewhere about it being steam. I didn't really see any mention of this, so I guess they could expand on that a little bit. That would be beneficial for a lot of people, but I like how it's very small, convenient, and like I said, I would just use this for diluting oil, and I would spray it onto the mask just to have that relaxation aspect, or maybe spray it onto this. Maybe that's their intention, but I just don't see 115 degrees being a temperature that is hot enough to create any type of steam. So in that regard, I don't see it functioning in that way, and I'm pretty certain I read something about that. So this is the box that it comes in. So it actually has a nice little look to it as far as presentation goes. It will make a pretty nice little gift, but it's comfortable. It is relaxing. The heat feels really good. It's fairly well spread out. It's not over the entire mask, but it's fairly large area of the mask, more than half of the mask, primarily a little above and a little below the eye itself. But yeah, I think it's really cool. It seems to be fairly well made. I mean, this isn't, like wires aren't just like jiggling around here. This doesn't pop and crack and bend and flex and everything, so it doesn't have a cheap feel to it. But yeah, they could do a little better on the instructions, just so people have a little better understanding. I would prefer to see the temperature read in Fahrenheit, just because I guess I'm a lazy American and don't want to convert from Celsius. But yeah, overall, pretty cool. Definitely is relaxing. Once they do a little better on documentation, expanding on things, that would be nice. But otherwise, if you want to find out more, there's a link below the video. You can check it out. Yeah, it's going to be hit or miss, I'm sure, just like any other product. Some good, some bad. But this one seems to be working fine. So anyway, that's it. Check out the link below. Thanks for watching.